Starting the year off ambitious with a clone. And not just any clone. It's a Null Trooper. Null Trooper number 12 to be exact. The green one. He's called Aiden. I've had a clone for years now. And I've never liked it. It was one of the originals. By originals I mean one of the ones that was at the premiere of Attack of the Clones. So he wasn't made off of reference. He was made off of stills and pre-production images the 501st got. We're going to fix him. We're going to make him a little better. We're going to do it from the ground up. Bear with me while I set everything up that we've already got printed and prepped. Thighs, knees, and calves. Helmet, of course. Shoulders, biceps, elbows, forearms, hand plates. And that is, of course, not everything for a clone trooper. We're missing the whole core. There's a reason for that. We're not building anything this time, by the way. This is just an overview. This is going to get us accountability for what we are doing. I downloaded a bunch of pictures from the 501st CRL for the Null Trooper. Right? What needs to be done with the helmet, the overview of everything, and then the pauldron. Like I said, I have a clone trooper. Let me show you what he looks like right now. He was originally vacuformed. This is ABS. I believe these, if I'm remembering correctly, were high impact polystyrene or HIPs, which is good in the short term. It vacuforms well. It's easy to manipulate and use. It looks okay. But over the long term, the very long term, the plastic becomes exceptionally brittle. So I started to take him apart and remold him. And it just became a downhill battle quickly. Because after years, once I separated things, nothing lined back up. All the details are kind of there, but they're wrong. So I could take an exceptional amount of time and adjust things to fit properly in exceptionally brittle plastic, or start from scratch. And I'd ordered these pieces, the cod and butt and back plate, with the intent of starting over. Vacuformed parts, way more forgiving than 3D printed ones. Just the amount of flex this doesn't have. The details there, right? Not that you can see because it's white and it's just going to be blown out. And when I decided to redo him completely, I had the option of sticking with the Vacuform, because I could get a Vacuform chest and back plate pretty inexpensively. But then y'all couldn't play along with me. So I've decided to print the entire thing out of PETG. It's a much more rigid but stronger 3D printing filament. It's easier to work with. Post-processing is supposed to be better. The thing about this guy is there's not going to be a heck of a lot of post-processing, which is why I printed him in white, because they're supposed to be white. I think normally I paint things silver and then add weathering to it. I can't really do that with the clone, because I don't think they're silver. I think their armor is white, and it just gets dirty. And that brings us to now. I got a bunch of stuff printed, but since I decided recently, actually, to not do the chest and the core pieces in Vacuform like I was originally going to, I have to print them. I've got a couple pieces done, and I'm trying to keep the seams relatively hidden, but, you know, it is what it is. I don't really have that much left to print. Everything's scaled, I hope, and set up. Oh, where I got these. Galactic Armory. They had really inexpensive files, so I started modeling my own, and I still prefer my forearms to theirs, but it just would have taken me forever to get everything modeled, and I want him a little faster than that. So I bit the bullet, use someone else's files. We'll see how bad that bites me back. I have broken down everything into manageable chunks. This video is just going over everything, right? I'm going to do chest piece next. Then cod, ab, and butt. Because the chest and the back are relatively complicated pieces. And they have to look as seamless as possible. But when George made the movie, no one thought, hey, let's be nice to costumers and make this stuff actually wearable. There are no seams on these clone troopers in the first movie. So they were only digital. You can't quite make armor digital and the real, you get it. Then we're going to do the base, which is under armor, neck seal, and all of the strapping. There's actually a lot of strapping that goes into this guy. And this is going to be useful for any form of armor, by the way. Stormtrooper armor is very similar to clone trooper armor underneath. Then we'll do the arms, and the legs, the pauldron, holster and blaster. And then we're going to do paint and weathering. And when we do paint and weathering, we're going to paint and weather him too. It's a relatively easy build. It'll probably, I'm hoping, take me 3 to 6 months. Because I'm not just doing this. There are other projects that are going to happen here and there. This is a long-term project. None of it's going to be quick. Should be pretty easy. But I want to do everything that needs to be done for this costume. Except for the helmet. The helmet we will just pretend was printed. So today is tomorrow. Got a bit more printed. A couple of things popped up and demanded my attention. One of which being Claire Obscura's Expedition 33. Man, that game has just eaten up a lot of time. I took a whole week off at the end of the year to just, do the things and being in pest control. I'm a commercial technician, so a lot of companies are closed. It's just easier just to take that week off. And I'm like, I had these grandiose ideas of all the things I was going to do, and nope, just didn't plan this game. I just started the 3rd act. Oh my, this game it's a masterclass in the unexpected. Right when I think I know where things are going to go, no, they did a masterful job of just storytelling. And the visuals are amazing. It's such a good game. You are going to see stuff from that game very soon. Because it's, like I said, it's in my top, I'd say my top 3 video games I have ever played. It's a very good game. But that has given me time to print more stuff. The back plate's fully printed. Chest plate's fully printed. COD plate's fully printed. I think I got 2 more files to go. One's going to be done in a couple hours, so at least I don't have to worry about waiting too long. I am doing this not just to chronicle the whole experience, because it's going to be an experience, I'm sure. They always are. But I know a few of you, at least one, who has a lot of clone helmets and not a lot of clone armor. And I hope I inspire you to make your own armor, as everything I've seen from you has been spectacular. So that's where we're at. Not too shabby. I'm kind of happy with it. I have a plan and a course. I've been a little adrift the last couple of months. Hopefully this will help snap me out of it. And I'm really excited about putting this guy together. This should be fun. And if you want to watch, easy way to do that, follow along, see where we're going, see the completed clone trooper. My Mandalorian turned out really good. I'm very happy with him. Hopefully this guy turns out as good. We'll see. And I hope we'll see. So I'll see you next time.